Peggy 18.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Green Project here on your professional walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Well, on this episode, we have few things which I want to address. Since I'm still brand new to the game and is currently undergoing a lot of updates, there are lots of things which might change in between the episodes. Now, due to the fact that I was able to find out that some of the meals will only last for a certain amount of time, there is something which I will definitely try to keep an eye out for. One of these things will be the decay of the food. And I want to do a control group of crops to see if there is a potential exploit to be made here. So let's take these 5 pieces of corn. They will reach maturity, God knows at what time. And basically what I want to see is that if I leave the corn after it reaches its full maturity, if it will decay after like a day that it's not being harvested, or if it will remain as it is. This can be potentially really important, as this way you can leave out crops that are ready to be harvested, and once you are at the point of running completely out of any provisions to sustain your protagonist, you will have something to basically save you from the point of no return. Now we're gonna take a look at the trees and the mushrooms here. I'm honestly amazed at how much stuff is actually growing here. Now we're gonna definitely need to make more of the organic waste. So we're gonna need some more of these sticks. 8, I think I'm gonna require like 10 of them in order to make this a viable thing. And we're gonna mix them with the hay or the dry grass, and we will see what will happen. Now, obviously, I'm gonna have to expand the overall trees in order to reach further parts or bring in even more animals or insects or other things. Also, I'm really hoping that by like day 12, we are gonna see additional rain, because currently we are at fairly bad point. You see, the only water left is either inside of the shed itself or in the well, which I was able to come across somewhere around here at the edge of this town. And even there, we have only 2,175 points of water left. So because we have the compost, what I will need to obtain are additional seeds. The problem is, if I would try to chop down this tree, all this time would be basically ruined as well. Now, since I have also found out that the ingredients might decay, except of wood, I think, whenever I will see stuff like maybe worms or something else, I'm gonna probably leave them alone. Currently, I do not possess the ability to utilize these ingredients, and therefore it's more of a waste when they are harvested. Also, since the mushrooms are mostly poisonous or stuff, I'm not really sure if it's that much of a viable option for me to be trying to do something with them, but I'm gonna try to grab at least like 5 so that I can make at least one of the mushroom dishes. I know, from the nutrient point of view, they are just horrific, at least the white ones, but on the other hand, at least they don't completely knock your character out of energy or being completely exhausted like the red ones tend to do. So we're gonna see how our protagonist tends to deal with the stress. Now here we should be actually growing our tomatoes, because we were able to come across a tomato bush in one of the newly spawned trees. Unfortunately, we are completely out of water, so I'm gonna have to refill the watering can. And I'm gonna have to think of where would be the most ideal place to consider planting new trees. Now, one place where I definitely want to go and plant the trees, and also I really hope it's gonna rain and refill the well. So in one of the ruins, there is an entrance to this camper, or what would be the proper word? Maybe an RV is better name for it. And that makes me think that there should be something of an interest to us from the point of survival. So we're gonna see if we can do something regarding that. I'm gonna take a look around the other trees here to see if the greenery has expanded itself. Fortunately, some of these trees have been planted just recently. It's gonna take quite the long time for this to expand even further. But until then, we should manage at least somewhat, somehow. Fingers crossed. So here we have actually a variety of mushrooms and flowers growing, which is truly amazing. But let's take a look at that RV, if I am capable of finding it this early or this fast. Okay, there's actually a maple seed through here. So what I might try to do, since I was able to pick it up, is try to plant it by the entrance. Now, I do wonder if the exploit still works. Yeah, so we are still capable of seeing what's inside here because we are exiting the structure. Green coffee bean, roasted coffee bean, interesting. We're gonna leave the coffee as it is. It's definitely gonna be a helpful thing when it comes to our protagonist being exhausted at certain points, but I think just going into the bed might be at certain points easier to try and manage his stats. There are lots of corpses here, which makes me think that the dead bodies might have been accumulated here during some big cataclysm or something, who knows? Since we don't see none of these horrific organism here, it kind of makes me question some of these things. But the cool thing is that we can theoretically check the corpses. Fortunately, nothing of use here. Just the organic waste, and because I do have plenty of it right now, I'm really sure if I wanna cram in the last piece of inventory slot which I have available with this stuff. I am currently incapable of finding anything more usable. I'm not sure if the map has been somewhat expanded. To be perfectly honest, between this and the third episode, there was like a week or so in the recording, so even a brand new patch has been uploaded onto Steam itself, so there might have been some changes. I wasn't able to monitor the game closely as much as I would have enjoyed to. But yeah, we're gonna try to find that weird structure to which the entrance is blocked off by the purple sludge, and I'm gonna try to plant one of the trees by the entrance. Unfortunately, due to the excessive size of the map, it might take me a bit longer to kind of get my bearing on where in the heck am I supposed to be or go. But yeah, I think we were here, and this is kind of extremely weird because the purple sludge just grows really confusingly around these parts. And because it's gonna take 4 days for the tree to fully mature and allow me the entrance to the structure, Yeah, it's gonna take a while. I have no idea where the heck I am. Some form of a portable map would definitely be mostly appreciated, but there seems to be some greenery. I still think that this is some form of a clay pit or something for resources, so we will have to see regarding that. Our toxicity is at 40, our thirst is at 68, so theoretically consuming one more time tea will be beneficial for me. Definitely need to find a way back to the camp. I'm gonna have to chop down, unfortunately, like some form of a tree in order to get my hands on more seeds. Preferably it should be a maple maybe, but I kind of have to be careful about which tree I decide to chop down because the surrounding greenery around it might get destroyed by me doing that. So let's see if I can find that freaking pesky structure which I was talking about. Should be somewhere close to where the grave was for the yeah, so here we should have obtained these seeds for the flower tree or something. I'm not sure if the game did not bug out on me, but anyhow, let's plant this maple. Let's see how long will it take potentially to reach full maturity and theoretically pull or push all this purple sludge away. I don't think there is anything usable in these trash cans, and I still kind of did not find the specific way for me to acquire. Yeah, okay, so I have actually found the recipe now. So the recipe might change its position. Good to know. So now if we go to the alchemy bench, we should be able to craft the new type of seed. This might be useful because the flower trees bring us more flowers, and therefore more variety of items might tend to spawn around them. Well, for example, some of the other trees might only attract some other stuff. Like if all of these sporadic mushrooms would go and turn themselves into the organic waste, I'm not gonna cry about it. So I might try to like chop down the cypress trees. Let's grab the compost. Let's make one more batch. Let's load in the tomato to be turned into additional seeds. It would be actually kind of good for me to consider either cooking more corn. Theoretically, we can get rid of the mushrooms. The problem here is that the corn will last actually 18 more days, so it's gonna be a while. I'm gonna have to eat the chicken in like 2 days or so. I'm actually thinking if I should not try to use the whetstone to like get our tools into better condition. Okay, so we require aloe and some blue mushrooms. So I know the spot where we can fetch those. So let's go and do that. And because I'm gonna be grabbing the aloe and some of the mushrooms, I might theoretically then try to either chop down the tree or I will just see what will happen. Fortunately, we only get one out of the harvested crop. Doesn't look like there are more currently here. There's no greenery growing around this tree, so maybe chopping this down would be a better choice. Let's go ahead and do so. We should get the 2 seeds out of this because it has been fully mature. We're gonna remove the stomp because I did not come across anything which would make it so that when the stomp is left alone, it will like reach a maturity yet again. But we did chop down the tree completely, so it shows only 26 green points. And I'm not sure if I need to like grow something here by this thing in order to obtain something out of it. I am aware that I do not possess as of now, for example, something like pickaxe, which I'm quite sure can be quite the useful thing. So let's try planting. Three of these seeds just around here to clear this completely out, or at least as much as possible. And when it comes to food, I'm gonna probably try to get rid of the chicken, so maybe getting as low as possible with the hunger and thirst might be the right thing to do right now. I want to fetch those blue mushrooms because we are gonna require at least like 5 of them to squeeze something out of the trees, and here they are, or at least some of them. I'm trying to be as careful as possible, but unfortunately the site is being swinged around, and so we might get some additional inventory. One more blue mushroom, please. Please tell me I have... God darn it, I have only 4 aloe. I could really use one additional one. I'm quite sure I'm gonna have to refill the water to also make more of those seeds. Also, the use of the alchemy table will make the time move forward, so we're gonna see how that turns out. Thirst is being handled quite well. We are missing 1 mushroom, which stinks. We're gonna cook up this. We're gonna take on this. I'm gonna eat this. And I'm gonna sleep now in order to recover some of the exhaustion levels, and so that we are basically capable of doing at least a few more things before we reach the complete darkness. What do we need? We need this, and we require this. This is gonna allow me to create the seeds, which then can be theoretically planted. So that is 1. We're gonna require more water. And here's the fun thing. You can actually use the water in the watering can because it can contain a whole lot more water. So we should be able to make as many of these seeds while these ingredients won't decay. So we have now 4 of these. Unfortunately, unless the... Let's drink the last tea. Let's eat the corn. Let's cook up some more corn. Let's grab the boiled corn. Yeah, this is the unfortunate thing, so I'm gonna try to pass some time. This way we're gonna move past the nighttime, and hopefully we're gonna be able to go and grab some more aloe. Now, it's usually probably not the best thing to try and skip as much time as you can at the start of the game, especially since you need to keep an eye out on certain things. I mean, these are not your professional walkthroughs, so I tend to tell you one thing and then go and do the exact opposite thing afterwards. We are getting exhausted, so I'm gonna hit the bed. so that we recover that. We can recover the food and the thirst. Still have some water to be boiled. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Day 12 is when we get our water reserves back. So we're gonna immediately run out. Ooh, a crow might actually poop. It's gonna give us this thing. I'm not really sure if there is decay on that, so we're gonna wait a bit. What I need to do here is refill all the water, because it's gonna be raining for a while. I'm also thinking I might consider crafting another one of these things that hold on to the water. Ooh. One day the 4 mushrooms will decay. I need 1 more mushroom in order to cook these, so that they don't go completely to waste. You gotta be kidding me with this additional one, right? And I'm gonna have to find some appropriate place where to theoretically consider planting. Yeah, I don't even know how I came across a worm. It's gonna decay in 3 days. I'm not sure if I can boil the worm. Probably no. Yeah, one at a time. It's still currently cooking. Let's eat this. We're gonna need to boil the water because we are getting thirsty here. So let's go and in the meantime plant the trees and potentially look for 1 more piece of aloe. And that way we should be able to make the last seed from the recipe. I'm gonna probably try to plant these somewhere around here. I'm probably sure someone in the comment section will let me know that there is far better way or use for the seeds, but I haven't found out yet, and the game is still new to me. So if you have tips, please let me know in the comments. I will be more than happy to read about it. Where are you still cooking, man? Yeah, we need this 1 more. So we should refill watering can too. And I'm dying to see if the well has been actually refilled. And I really don't want to drink the unboiled water. Wood, we still have 4 logs. Farming, water collector. Not really sure how many more nails do I possess. I'm gonna need 2 logs in order to make those planks. And somewhere should be a saw as well. So we're gonna make those planks. We're gonna make 1 more, at least 1 more water collector, especially right now since it's gonna probably rain until like the 13th day. Still require the hammer, but we should be okay for now. Let's put it down. Hopefully we're gonna come across more nails as I try to explore the town ruins. Should be able to drop off whatever remains here. You know what? The sharpening tool or sharpening stone can be actually quite beneficial, but I really need to deal with the thirst first. Because that is something which you really, really don't want to screw up. Thirst will kill you much faster than hunger in this game. Okay, that has been placed down. That's another full one. Oh, there's no more room in the inventory. 17 more days, 2 more days, 3 days. We do have ferrite and do have rocks, so we should be able to then fix whatever we might require. I'm gonna fix the scythe and I'm gonna fix the saw too. So I should theoretically try to make some of that sharpening stone so that we have some in the reserve. At least, like, I don't know, if we mix these ingredients, I think we get 2 pieces out of each time we craft this. So if I craft this twice, we should be able to get 4 pieces of the sharpening stone, which will once again supply us for quite the sufficient amount of time, I do hope. Let's go with the ferrite and this thing over here. Unfortunately, we still have fortunately, we still have plenty of nails here. I'm gonna try to move the canned peaches elsewhere. As soon as we are hungry, so canned peaches can go here, chicken food, it's fine. We still have some of the military rations, which is amazing. This edible mushroom will decay unfortunately quite soon, and I really don't want to bother with it. So theoretically, I might drop it here and just let these things decay and turn into the organic waste. Once again, we are getting kind of tired here. I'm gonna have to chop down some more trees in order to get my hands on more wood because we are completely out of fuel. So unless I still store some of those logs outside, we are gonna be incapable of boiling any of the water currently. Beautiful. Actually, are you trying to tell me that there is a stack of nettles which has been harvested and those do not decay? Really? Oh, we actually do possess quite a lot of raw wood here. Fortunately, I don't see what the heck am I clicking on. Yeah, so nettles apparently do not decay for some reason. Good or bad, who knows. We're gonna have to wait for the water to be done boiling, and I'm gonna have to wait for the morning in order to be able to see just about anything yet again. I think I'm by the seed maker. Beautiful. Let's skip some time. This is gonna get us to a fairly dangerous point of thirst. But this way we should be able to sustain ourselves. I'm gonna go fetch more water. and I'm gonna get it boiled eventually. So I know that it looks more like I'm just moving from point A to point B at this time, but unfortunately, in order to make sure that we will survive and turn this into potentially successful series here on the channel, I want to make sure I have as much stuff prepared as possible. We're gonna require some time to definitely in order to reduce some of the toxicity that has been building up in our bloodstream. There is no decay on the herbs, so that's actually good news. One thing which I definitely want to check on is the well. Oh, thank you! 5,000 points of water, here we go. Plus the additional 6 times 3,000, which is equal to 1,800. So we should be able to supply our farming or our thirst management for quite a while. I hope. If it's gonna rain every 6 days or so, it's gonna be a tricky situation. That's for sure. But I really don't want to overextend myself in making some of these things. We're gonna need these. I'm gonna have to remove the corn eventually. Well, theoretically I can do it just now. And start turning the corn into more seeds, because from the 2 that I have left, I am unable to cook anything. Okay, what should I try chopping down? I'm really considering going after the cypress, but what I will need to make is more of the organic waste so that we have more compost for planting trees. So we should have some branches. I'm gonna potentially try to fetch more. I think I have a place where I can go for them. I think. Cannot guarantee it. After all, are not your professional walkthroughs. But okay, if we load this in, it's gonna give me only 5, but it's gonna leave me with quite the unbalance. Yeah. So we need to fetch quite a lot of branches in order to make even more. Yeah, day 13. The rain has stopped. Good or bad, we should have a lot of water saved up for any upcoming challenges. Hopefully you will consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notifications to know when that will happen. I'm definitely leaving these sporadic mushrooms as they are. We're gonna leave them out to dry and decay. I don't care about them at all. Really great that these small bushes are growing here and therefore we have access to more branches. Ooh, a worm! If I would have a use for you, buddy, you would be coming with me, but because I kind of do not require like a bait for some chicken or something, I really don't see the purpose of keeping you around for now. Okay, now I'm actually lacking some dry grass or hay. Okay, so I should be able to make at least 15 pieces. Why is the bug so loud? That's kind of obnoxious a little bit, to be perfectly honest. So we need aloe. I'm not really sure if the mushroom will last any longer. So we might have to ditch that eventually and try to grab more. But getting mushrooms is not that much of an issue based on what you were able to observe. Gonna need to eat the damn chicken soon or it's gonna decay, and I would hate for that to happen. Hopefully I'm gonna be capable of getting at least somewhat hungry in order to not completely waste the damn thing, because 66 hunger when the baked chicken or roasted chicken actually replenishes 105 points of hunger. It's kind of a waste, you know? So I'm gonna try to do some manual labor, see if that will help offset the overall stats. And potentially help us okay, 5 pieces of branches would be amazing. This way I should be able to make a few more of the organic waste thingies. We need one more. I don't really want the worm right now. We're gonna have to find out some formal way or decide which trees to chop down. We're getting also kind of tired here. So let's try doing this. Let's try making some more of the organic junk. We're gonna then remove this. We should have enough to make plenty of more. When it comes to the organic waste, 1807. So theoretically, if I go to sleep, I should wake up fast enough to be able to then still eat the chicken. I'm gonna definitely need to boil some water, or we're gonna have some issue with the thirst. So let's boil the water, and theoretically 47. Yeah, let's consume one of these. Let's consume the chicken. We still have some leftovers, which will decay in 12 hours. I can drink the remaining tea. I'm gonna be capable of making a whole lot more. Okay, so one thing is great that we currently have some compost. The bad thing is I do not possess any seeds. We're gonna have to change that. And I don't mean like the tomato and corn seeds. And I really do wonder if the corn or tomatoes or something else would be left unattended. Ooh, I actually require this for one of the last flower trees. If it's gonna be left unattended, if they are gonna be capable of just remaining in that state and not decaying completely. That is why I'm deciding to do the test with the corn and not like the tomatoes. Because tomatoes are still a bit more rare to me compared to the corn, which I have abundant quantities of when it comes to either the seeds or the plants, which will probably reach its full maturity in fairly close amount of time. I'm gonna go to the well. I'm gonna try to use up the well water first. That way, theoretically, I might have to rely on the reserves closer to my home later on, so it's more convenient, especially if we're gonna run into, let's say, issue of being super thirsty or something else. I'm gonna finish watering these. I'm gonna make that tree, and I'm gonna go and plant it somewhere separately from the other 4 trees, or maybe I should plant it by them just for the heck of it. Maybe I'm gonna do that. So let's put this down. Hopefully the blue mushroom has lasted long enough. Okay, we have the flask. We cannot cook this. We have food. We have still some of the leftovers. And we are gonna burn through the water fast here. But thankfully the corn actually lasts for quite a long time. All things considered, I don't know if you ever lived on like a farm or ever harvested corn. What usually happens is that it's being like hanged to dry out in the sun. And this way it basically can last a bit longer. All things considered, it however should be like protected from the elements so that it's not completely ruined. How Stewie Griffin would say, ruined, not ruins or ruined, but ruined. Wow, there are actually bees in the bushes. This is fairly impressive here. So let's try to keep on spreading the greenery. I'm gonna put this one a bit further apart from the rest. But this is actually pretty darn impressive. Try chopping down the tree, at least we might get some wood, we might get some branches, some organic waste and other stuff. Really hope that the roasted chicken will not go completely wasted. That would just really ruin my day. Okay, so those things will continue to expand further. We are at 39, which is fairly impressive. I'm thinking I'm gonna chop down this tree over here. And I'm not really sure if I should leave the stump in place. But as you can see, the entire thyme reserve, which was growing around the tree, has been basically as if kicked out of the ground. Okay, we have one compost. Seven pieces of thyme. Why do I have the corn in two separate slots? Again with this game, come on! We talked about this. I mean, I appreciate the fact that the developers are adding new content onto the game, but goddammit, at least address some of these features with like the management of the storage or something. Okay, we're starting to get thirsty. Kind of my priority is try to deal with this looks nice. I really wish there was a way for me to like identify the thing before I interact with it, as to not completely destroy it by doing so. We are out of the compost, so we're gonna have to check if new has been created. Man, this stuff takes forever. Problem is, I don't have that much organic waste either. So I will be only able to make one more. Really want to find a way how to catch this bugger. But look at this. This is totally insane. Once again, even what does this thing? Oh man, come on. Really? 4 pieces. Gonna take 6 so that we can cook this up. I unfortunately cannot grab that at this time. Oh man, which thing to do, right? That's the question. We can drop the wood into the reserve. I think it should hold on to all of this. Yeah, man, we don't have enough branches to make more of the organic or the compost itself. I'm gonna have to think of a place where to try and put some of this stuff. Okay, no room. We can theoretically put you down here. Okay, so I dropped this thing, so how the heck is it still in my inventory somehow? Or something, I don't know. The turd from the bird is just organic waste, so unfortunately nothing more usable. But we have now enough to make even more of the compost, so let's get that going. And we are gonna keep on reducing the purple sludge any means necessary. This is gonna be planted over here. That's gonna take a while to reach full maturity. We can harvest some of these twigs. Hopefully that will allow me to make more of the compost. Okay, so 10. Perfect. Which means we should be able to make 3 pieces or 5 pieces. Which means I should make more. Nettles. Nettles are gonna be good because we are gonna be able to mix them with the 2 that we have and cook them up. Still have 7 point something hours. Let's try to do some more work and see what can be done. Make more of the time tea. And I have to grab some of the stuff from outside. It's getting dark yet again. 7 branches left. That one last piece of corn, it will decay in 16 days. That is why I don't see the need to turn it into more seeds. I think that drinking the time tea would be a waste because especially our toxicity in the blood is not that high. We're gonna definitely have to, however, drink something. So here's the dilemma. This will last for 6 point something hours. If I go to sleep, hopefully it will not surpass that amount of time. And I should still be able to consume the rest of the roasted chicken. And the nettles. Cooked dandelions. That looks tasty. Boiled tomato. Interesting. Roasted coffee beans. Yeah, so we definitely did come across some of those. Boiled nettles, here you are, my dear friend. So let's remove these 2. Cook up these 2, then we can turn these back in there so that eventually we can brew more of that fancy tea. Still freaking dark outside, so let's try to skip some time. And theoretically what I should try to do is do another expedition into the ruins. But for that, I'm gonna definitely have to free up some of the space in my inventory, because yeah, this is not gonna go well if I'm supposed to explore and my backpack is full of stuff. So whatever I can drop off, we're gonna drop off. Let's put the cooked meals over here with the beverage. This can go here. The watering can and the bottle can theoretically stay here. And I know that I said that I'm gonna try to use up the well first. But like I said, not your professional walkthroughs channel. We say one thing and do the exact opposite a couple seconds after. Let's keep this over here. That will do for now. I'm gonna try to refill the bottled water. Now I can theoretically chug down one of these teas. This way our toxicity levels are super low. And I still feel like trying to maybe remove some of this stuff would be the most awesome thing. Theoretically talking, if we would be able to boil this water jug container, that should give us a lot of water for drinking. But I'd rather use it for the purposes of cooking. It's just making everything so much easier. So much easier. Really should find like a space for me to keep the damn seeds at. So we're gonna keep these things over here for now. I'm gonna try to hold on to the machete too, just in case someone's gonna try something funny. Or something. I'm not really sure if there is any form of enemy in this game. But I would hate to find out by losing my protagonist. So it's gonna be 7 a.m. One of the notes say that if someone will be looking for a person, they will be on top of the roof trying to fix it. Not really sure if we're gonna be capable of getting up there. There's some ferrite over here. Also not exactly sure what structure they were referring to. Let's try to explore. It looks like this was some playground. I guess they were playing hide and seek so well they were never found. I know. Horrible. We're gonna get rid of this tea over here. Or the leftover tea, whatever that might mean. This looks like a freaking microwave. I want to see if we can get through this structure, or the remains of this structure, and get to that far end over there. Doors are cooperating. It looks like there is not exactly what I would call a roof on this structure. Unfortunately, this is empty. Ooh, look at all this. We are so taking the metal grids here. Even the rope is here. Wow. Oh, wow. The toilets and the sinks do all contain 100 points of water each. Quite sure it's fairly contaminated. It kind of reminds me of the whole Fallout situation where you are trying to pick up a piece of ammo and instead you hit the drink and, well, it's kind of gross. But anyhow, we are getting to the back over here and there is a lot of metal pieces. Even planks. Goddamn, okay. Some cloth here. There's even a chair, which of course I cannot use. Some skeleton, which has a nothing. I'm gonna probably have to drop the rock. Yeah, I wish I can drop the rock. I mean, that dude is huge. No, I'm talking about the stone. There is a fridge which might hold something, if I will be able to get to it. Of course, it's empty. And then there's that microwave. Aw, man! Okay, how is it possible that a microwave inventory slot is allowing me to store in 9 pieces of thing, but a fridge only allows me for 6 things? What's up with that? Anyone at home has like a microwave which is twice as large as the fridge? Really? Ooh, pickaxe! Don't have room in our inventory, and I somehow need to move this machine. Loving it. We have now another tool. I can try to eat the boiled nettles, and I somehow have to move the goddamn machine. Is it possible that I can use the pickaxe? I have no idea what this thing does. Because the bubble which said the message was just too damn freaking short for me. How do I carry this thing? Is there some note or extractor recipe? Learn. Instructions for the ore extractor. Place a chunk of rock containing ore in the machine, then wait for it to extract the ore. Examples: ferrite iron, clay soil, clay. Okay, so now we know how to get iron, but the thing is that I kind of need to move this damn shebang over to the base, or try to look at what would I require in order to craft it back at the base. I'm not really sure if I want to be wasting ingredients, especially considering the fact that I do not possess that many nails or stuff like that, so I'm gonna have to be careful. Also, I do wonder if we can mine the piles of rocks which are like the pieces of rubble that are outside. Let me show you what I'm referring to. It's going to be probably much easier to show you rather than just me trying to verbally describe it, because we all know how I tend to butcher this language that is called English. Yeah, so something like this, you know? Oh, so it actually shows that there is something. Aha! Sandy soil. Not really sure what the sandy soil will do, but okay. We got some sandy soil. Oh, let's go take a look at the ore extractor. This is definitely a new thing for me, at least. I've never survived long enough before, and our Jason Statham is no longer looking like Jason Statham. He's more reminding me of Mr. Tom Hanks from that movie where he was with Wilson on the island. God damn it, what was the name of the movie? Someone let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's take a look around, see how the trees are doing. Ooh, this is nice. This is growing. This has pushed away a lot of this purple sludge. We are at 40 points of greenery. Not too shabby. A lot of resources. Really nice. Really nice. Okay, so these trees are getting to almost the full maturity stage. Ooh, another tomato. I do wonder how long can we keep that basically untouched, which is the same thing which I want to find out with the actual crops that I'm growing. Like if there is a difference between the wild tomato and these tomatoes or the corn, and if it can be left unattended for a long periods of time. Okay. Ferrite. What goes here? This goes here. Wires. Don't have those. Planks. Nope. We are completely out of the metal grid too. I might be forced to like remove all the tools and put them elsewhere. Cooked edible mushrooms can be consumed. Boil some water. Can remove this thing. And this is of course completely full. And this is also full. Nice. I'm gonna have to start dropping more stuff, which I do not require for anything. Maybe it will turn into something useful, like the organic waste or something. Not sure what I can need the sandy soil for right now, but I want to take a look at what do I require for the metal extractor, and it's starting to look like these crops are, well, the corn has definitely reached the maturity. My question is, what about the rest of the things? Okay, so maybe DIY, sharpening stone, backpack, concrete slab, kitchen fountain, huge water container that's mainly used for the kitchen, lizard leather flask, cap, shorts, no, farming. Yeah, I don't think so. Husbandry, no. Raw materials, sandbag. For that we will actually require the sand, the metal grid, and some other stuff. Cloth bag. We're gonna even have to fabricate those. Springs, rope, wire, iron bar, bag of salt, box of nails, cloth, plank, metal grid. Okay, tools. I'm just checking if it's somewhere around here. Bone needle. We might be actually able to make this thing. And ore extractor. So 15 pieces of iron, 5 pieces of this grid, 5 pieces of the string. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. So I would be forced to take the ferrite and turn it into the iron over there at that structure. Looks like the tomatoes are still not fully mature, and I don't know where I left the watering can. So, I tried experimenting with more crops, because all of these seems to be ready to be harvested, so we're gonna leave them unattended for a bit longer. And I need to figure out a way how the heck am I supposed to move that ore extractor. Because that can be an really important piece of gear, and I would really hate to like be carrying ferrite over to what maybe used to be school or something one day. Would actually explain all those tables and such. Maybe it was like an office. Let me know in the comments what you think the structure might have been used for. I actually think this might have been like university or something. You know, toilets. This is like library or some study. It's actually kind of weird. I cannot take apart those computers or something for wiring or copper or something which would allow me to do God knows what. Okay, we might actually take the cup of coffee and drink that. I'm quite sure it's not disgusting at all. Main reason behind why I drank the coffee is fairly simple. We're gonna open the doors to the private offices of Hagen and Dawes. Okay, another piece of cloth. Yeah, I need to figure out a way how the hell to move that device. Because I did not bring any ferrite. Can I like chop it down or... Okay, so I have no idea how the heck to move this thing, but yeah. If you did enjoy the episode, consider giving it a like. This helps greatly with the YouTube algorithm. You would not even believe how much. I publish videos on a weekly basis, so if you would consider subscribing to the channel, you will have always something to watch. I do all sorts of things, from playthroughs to discussions to early in-game reviews. So check out the channel, link will be in the description. And yeah, I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day, and hopefully I will see you at the next one or in the comments. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Seriously, you put a worm on a skeleton and you tell me it's gonna decay in 3 days, but it's been on that corpse for God knows how long? Makes perfect sense.